Lord have mercy.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Wiley Show. I am your host, Wiley. I was watching. Let me first of all say this. Thanks to all the producers for watching us, right? So I had the pleasure of watching the RNC, the Republican National Convention. And let me tell you the Republican formula because it's so simple. Their formula is blame China, China, China. And their formula is blame these folks for looting and rioting. One of their main focal points on the RNC first night, one of their big messages is y'all can't go, the Democrats don't want y'all going to church, but yet you can protest. That's a very strong argument and a very valid argument. And they were definitely on message on last night. They kept saying that the economy was great before the pandemic and Trump will bring back the economy because, yes, the economy was booming before the pandemic. So they were on message last night. It was a good thing that they brought up Obama and Biden, and they constantly said they failed this country. Trump bringing back jobs. Trump is will do great things for the economy, and so that's one point that can really stick. Another point is they have Kim. I forgot her last name. She's running for Congress in Baltimore. This black woman running for Baltimore as a Republican. And she did a campaign ad that was so effective that it reached millions of views. She's actually on the ground level talking to black folks about, the current condition of their neighborhood. And a lot of them black folks in West Baltimore that she's running, they're telling her, ma'am, I never spoke to a Republican. And most of them saying, you're right. This city have been run by Democrats. We're still living in rat-infested neighborhoods. We're still living in roast-infested neighborhoods. We're still living in crime-infested neighborhoods. She was actually on the ground level speaking to a man or father that lost his children in the streets in Baltimore. So that's a very valid, strong argument. Republicans have a way to win in 2020 if they stay on message and if Trump stays on message. Because, yes, in some of these Democrat-run cities, it's run down. It is not run properly. Crime infested. If you look at Baltimore, crime. If you look at Chicago, crime. These are strong Democratic strongholds, but the crime is so thick. Look at what happened in Minnesota. That is run by Democrats. And they dropped the ball when it came to George Floyd. They actually didn't even want to charge the officers. Those were run by Democrats. So if the Republicans stay on message and don't go off and tour the country, Trump can win. Now, Biden, one of his things is he said, I will shut down the economy. Those words are not going to work right with independents because most independents want the country to be open, but doing it safely. They don't want the economy shut down because business owners will lose business. Uber and Lyft will lose business. All of these businesses loses. When the economy shuts down, businesses lose revenue. When businesses lose revenue, people lose their job. So Biden needs to do a better job with the messages. So saying shut down the economy, Democrats as well as Republicans are not with shutting down the economy. They do want safety. So as they're looking at Biden, you're saying things and you're not. You need to think before you speak. But saying shut down the economy, those going to be some campaign ads that Republicans going to use and target is because don't nobody want the economy. I don't even want the economy shut down, right? Because when it's shut down, people lose, especially if you're going to shut down the economy, is people going to get their $600 back, etc. If they're going to get that $600 extra, is businesses going to get money to fund them while we're shutting down, while they still have some revenue coming in? So that's my point on that. So the first night of the RNC, I think, was very effective. They were on message, and it was great. It was really great to see Trump actually showing up and speaking to his base. Some folks were actually attending. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying, Donald Trump Jr. He had a very effective speech, but they are targeting their base and also speaking to Democrats and saying, hey, how can you not go to how can you being forbidden to go to church, but yet folks can go outside and protest with no mask? That's a very valid message that I have. So let me move on. Now, let's talk about Tasha K. Now, I was out of town and I reported that Tasha K had a story about Pastor John Gray. So she reported that Pastor John Gray is cheating on his wife yet again with this woman named Mary. Mary had a little lamb. Okay, just cheated with this woman named Mary. And I was like, is this a white woman? Because, you know, most white folks' name is Mary. But you do got some black folks that's named Mary. Jesus' mother was Mary, and I believe she was black because Jesus is black. That's just my humble opinion. So she broke this story down about Pastor John Gray is cheating on his wife with Mary. So the Mary was talking about how Pastor John Gray friend is a pastor, which she is a sister of Pastor Gray friend, and that they were talking and that Pastor Gray wants to do something with a friend, but he wanted her number. She said, hey, I work at a hair salon. I'm a manager at this hair salon. And so Pastor John Gray called her at her job, and she was like, Dad, you calling at my job, you know, what's up? Long story, and the lady sound very, very young, y'all. But then she said, I'm not young, I'm in my 40s, etc. Let me fast forward. And she has showed some receipts. And then he was like, you know, show me pictures of your bra and all of that. So that was the conversation. Then Tasha K said, hey, I'm going to put the receipts online to show it because she showed on the show. I'm going to post all the receipts, right? So she said, I'm going to show it to y'all. I'm going to show y'all the receipts because I want to see the receipts because anybody can say they cheated with Pastor John Gray. He's an easy target. He had got caught in another controversy before. Then his wife was crying to him, my husband was cheating with his 16-year-old self, and I ain't going to let the devil destroy my baby. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. My husband was 16. Hallelujah. He cheated on me as a 16. So I ain't going to let no devil. Hallelujah. You know, she was saying all that, you know, all in tears, you know, pretty much dragging the other woman, that the other woman said that and didn't give him the ownership, that he's huge and that he the one that cheated and told the woman to delete the messages because my wife know about it. So please, ma'am, delete all the messages because she know that I came and seen you. So then Tasha K, you know what I'm saying, Dr. Larry Reed called in. Everybody know Dr. Larry Reed, he does the church gossip. Dr. Larry Reed have been in many different lawsuits with Pastor Dewey, Bishop Dewey. He had to pay over $67,000 in legal fees and litigation. He's still in litigation with many, many different pastors that they are keeping. That's why he's charging his congregants over $25 a month on Patreon, is because the pastors, the church, they go after Pastor Dr. Larry Reed in lawsuits. So he's in court back and forth with so many different pastors, some that we don't even know of that we're going to lawsuits. And so he jumped on the story and saying that, yes, I got a recording with his first mistress that I never released. And then he also said that his wife should just go ahead and divorce him and go ahead and leave him alone. But I'm like, how did Dr. Larry Reed tell somebody that they should go ahead and divorce? But then when his wife divorced, she went with another woman, and people talk about who it said like he deals with men. That's allegedly people say he need to come out the closet. But then Dr. Larry Reed leaked the information that said, well, when my wife divorced me, she went with another woman. We need to know the information. But he the same one that said he ain't messy and all of that. He just report what's already public. But you are messy because just because it's public don't mean that you have to pick it up and gossip. And then I was watching a video of Dr. Larry Reed. He was talking about, I really don't gossip like that because it don't be malicious. not be religious, but you're talking about pastors that cheated or talking about a pastor that actually did something with a woman without her permission. Like, come on now, Dr. Larry Reed, talk to somebody else that don't know this business. So that was that. Now, Tasha K released the receipts on her Instagram with a FaceTime video with Pastor John Gray and his son in the back seat. His son he asked his son, what did you eat? The son said, I ate pizza. You see that? He ate pizza, he ate Giordano's, and she ain't cooking. Pretty much this, his wife cooking skills that the wife ain't cooking for him or his son. Then it was another video on Unwind Tasha K Instagram that it was a FaceTime that Pastor John Gray said, listen, we going to Cancun or going to Mexico, be ready. You won. If you win the $200, I'll make you some barbecue brisket. And so that's what happened. Then Tasha K released the receipt of the barbecue brisket. It was burnt crispy, right? Then Storm Monroe, he covered it. That was the mentor. So I was looking at where is the blogs that was reporting on it. I said this Neighborhood Talk and report on it. Why did Neighborhood Talk report it? And they in the chat talking about, oh my gosh, he did it again. So they finally report on it. Before I was able, because I was out of town and the connection was wicky whack with my phone. Before I was able to go back on there, it was gone. So I told my producers, I said, where is it at? It's gone. Well, they said, well, it's gone. That's why I tell my producers, always screen record and screenshot. Screen record and screenshot. If you don't know how to screen record and screenshot, call me and I'll break it down to you. Screen record, screenshot, screen record. Screen record is because people be posting and deleting any receipt. If my name ever be mentioned, always screen record and screenshot because it might be deleted, okay? So it was deleted. Kyle deleted the post. I said, man, why did he delete this post? This is a receipt. He got the video for it. I said, it got to be some lies in this story because Kyle ain't going to necessarily delete this. It must be some lies. Okay. So I had the pleasure of listening to my radio. She was talking. She was reporting, and we're going to get into that piece. And she said, the Shade Room discredited Tasha K. Let's pull this up. I said, the Shade Room discredited Tasha K. What you talking about? What you talking about? Let's still see. This is the post. Pastor John Gray accused of cheating again. A source close to pastor claims extortion. Wow. That somebody's trying to extort Pastor John Gray. I want to read this post in its entirety, and I want to give my commentary on it. Here we go. Pastor John Gray is caught up in another alleged cheating scandal. This time, the pastor was accused of FaceTiming his alleged side chick who goes by the name Mary. Before we get into allegations, we spoke to a source close to the Grays, and they stated that the allegation was false and that a federal and state investigation of extortion is currently in the process against Mary. Blogger Tasha K, Unwind with Tasha K, is reporting that an alleged side chick named Mary leaked the recording videos of some of her FaceTime conversations with John Gray. In one of the videos, John Gray appears to be complaining about his wife's lack of cooking and appears to have his son confirm in a conversation to Mary that he eats pizza every day and said because that's how things go when ain't nobody cooking. In another video, John is at an airport with a private jet in the background when he alleged invite Mary to fly with him to Mexico. You got an hour to get ready. I'm going to Cabo. So bring your mask and your favorite two-piece because we out. He alleged said in the video, our source from John Gray's camp, catch this, I'm going to say that again. Our source from John Gray's camp claims that this was a joke taken out of context and that they had no inappropriate relations. They claim he has never met Mary in person. The third video appears to show John Gray discussing a $200 bet in which he offers to allegedly cook a Southern meal, brisket included for the alleged mistress Mary if she wins. According to our source, the Grays stand firm that their cheating allegations are false and that these videos have been distorted and taken out of context by an alleged extortion. Last year, alleged extortioner. Last year, John Gray admitted to having an emotional affair with another woman on The Real television show, and then his wife, etc., etc., etc. Okay, now the thing about this, if this is extortion, what about those videos? I need, like, if you never met this person, why are you contacting that woman, or why is that conversation about the kid eat and all of that? If this is some extortion, were you actually flirting with this woman and that you physically did not cheat? Did you meet on the app, etc., etc.? So who is this woman named Mary? Who is this woman named Mary? Okay. Who is this woman named Mary? Like, who is this woman named Mary? See, this is the thing that I don't understand. We didn't see how Mary looked. I don't know if she's black or white. We heard her voice. I don't know. All I know is the Shade Room reported that Tasha K, discredit her story, and the Neighborhood Talk took down Tasha K video, and all of them reported off the program. So whatever it is, if this is an investigation, baby Kyle ain't got the type of standing yet. He's growing, but he's not at the Shade Room level with lawyers and money and funding. So he's building up, and he's not going to risk his brand or his platform co-signing a blogger like Tasha K. It's just, it ain't worth it. So he took it down. So I can see why he took it down. Now they're saying that this is his friend's sister. So his friend's sister. So is his friend's sister start trying to blackball him? But again, why are you having conversation with a woman that's not your wife? If you never met this woman, why are you making jokes? Why are you saying coming to Mexico in a two-piece? John Gray, stop having conversation with women that's not your wife. I highly suggest anytime you talk with a woman concerning your pastoral duties, have a missionary with you, have a mother with you. And let me explain that to you again. Have a missionary with you, or a mother with you, or a female minister with you as well, because you cannot be trusted. You have already got caught up with your first mistress, so you don't need to get caught up with this mistress or this woman. You, before you any type of conversation, no joke, you need to stop joking. You need to stop doing that, because it's going to get taken out of context and you will be putting your foot in your mouth. But if you have to go through the situation where you have to talk to any of your members in your congregation, or that, get the missionary, get your assistant to do the talking, because you in these videos have gotten out of contact. It's because you probably was running your mouth with this woman, and now she probably thought that she was going to get some peen and probably got mad and was recording your behind to embarrass you and say, listen here, I'm going to show your wife that we've been having these conversations, and you better pay me $300,000 or $400,000, or I'm going to send this to all the blog and media. And probably the woman probably was searching around for this information to people, and the only person that took the bite was Tasha K. And of course, she would jump on it because she don't mind throwing anybody under the bus. She did that to Young Buck. She did that to Cardi B. She did that to she did that with Star Marie. She did that to anybody. Anybody she would throw on the bus for a click and a view. And now Tasha K is mad and angry because the blogs are not respecting her. Tasha K is so upset and pressed. From what my source told me, she don't understand why these blogs don't co-sign her. And the reason why she come at my radio, is because my radio, Milagograms, get respect from other bloggers. I'm going to say that again. The reason why Tasha K drags my Milagograms, or tried to drag her, is because Milagograms get support from these other blogs, and they co-sign her, and they leave whatever they report about Milagograms up on their blog. They don't just post her on there, then delete her. Her stuff, you can go back on site or the Shade Room when she got to the Super Set, etc., etc. They keep her information up. This is where she fails out with the Neighborhood Talk. It's because when, I think it was Super Set, hope I got it right, when she reported on this story about this man that was catfishing, or somebody was getting catfished, the Neighborhood Talk did not report it. The reason why probably the Neighborhood Talk did not report it, Kyle, is because he probably don't respect her, and he probably don't respect her, don't want to post her. We know how that things go. If people don't like you, they ain't gonna report about you. It is what it is. That goes a long way. It is what it is. And then people will say, well, Dad, Wiley blog, that don't count because they friends. That's a blog. It does count, because at the end of the day, that's a blog, and it's on Instagram, and regular folks, regular fans that go and read that, they don't say, well, it don't count. It does count because it's on here. This is why when they reported on site with Ali, when they report that story that Amal Wiggins did, they blotted Amal Wiggins out. Why? Because Milagro Grams have power. And she can tell them, blot him out. Give me all the credit. He called me Laverne the intern. He called me all these names. He don't want to put respect on my name, so let's not put respect on his name. Let's clap back and give him some karma. And that's why when that reporting came out, they said Milagro Grams, as though they put it up that this is a Milagro Grams exclusive and not an Amal Wiggins exclusive, because she used I'm just outside looking in. She probably used her power because she's cool with Riley, she's cool with the CEO, and they and cool with the writers because she does a show with them, and probably said let's bottom out. Back to Tasha K. Tasha K got so low at Milagro Grams because she always going to attack somebody, whether it's daytime, tea time, whether it's lovely tea, whomever. If she feels like that you're getting more attention than her, she will address you and come at you so low. She will come at you so low. And if you give her that energy, she will always stay on your neck. It's because she is tired that she got the best production, the best intro, the best thumbnails, and still people don't respect her blog because they still think Tasha K is a liar. They still think that Tasha K is a liar. Thank you, Nikki B. Let's remember that. Let's go back to Amal Wiggins on site. Amal Wiggins was dragging Ali. He did drag Ali. He did talk about Riley. And this is why I tell folks, let me say this. This is for me too. This is for everybody here. This is why you got to be careful dragging folks that is coming up. Because you might drag Ra today and she might be a known blogger the next day. Be very careful in doing that. You got to be very careful or dragging Wiley. Because you never know, let's say if you do a malicious intent, right? You never know where I'm going to be in the next year or two. And if I work with the Shade Room or work with this, or if I have the Wiley Show blog and it just pop and be grand, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm like, I ain't going to mess with you and you because you don't like me and you don't like me, so I'm going to deal with that one. That's business. That's human reaction. And that goes for me too. Now, let's get into my radio and the Wiley Show. Okay? One of my great producers that did what I instructed my producers to do is to screen record what is going on. Don't screen record a minute. Don't screen record 2 minutes. Screen record it all so I can see it. Okay? Because it ain't good reporting on stuff you didn't see. I got to be able to see what was said about Wiley. That's the first thing. Let me see what was said about me. And I listened to it. And she said, I've already known Wiley. Anything in it, don't trust. Well, first of all, she said, let me address Marquise Wiley. Baby, she said my full government name. You knew you didn't F up if somebody get up on the platform and say, let me address Marquise Wiley. My full government. They didn't say, let me address Wiley. Baby, she said my full name. Marquise Wiley. I said, oh, okay. Let's see what this is about. Because, I say Milagro Grams. She said Marquise Wiley. Right. So when she was talking, she didn't drag me. She said, I understand where he's coming from. I see it. But then when his grandmother situation, that was very sad. So you, in return, don't use your platform as a vehicle for malicious intent. So what I did, I had a conversation with Millie. I reached out to her via Instagram, left her a voice note to explain the situation because she did not drag me. I feel like it was a misunderstanding. And one thing that I want to apologize is with the kid piece. That was kind of wrong for me to be laughing, making faces. That's wrong. Who? You can't be doing that. That's a doggone lie. Because somebody else that follows the Wiley Show that works in the family court system in Texas said, Wiley, that's a damn lie. She did not lose her children. It's no court records at all to prove that the courts gave custody to the grandmother. To the mama. No records at all. Somebody sent it to me that works in the court system. That works and know how to get the information and put it together and stuff like that. She said it's no information. She have not lost her kid. If she did, it ain't in the Texas records at all. It ain't there. It don't exist, right? So Then I had a conversation with Millie, and we had a great conversation in the morning. It was early this morning, right? The sun wasn't even up. And we were just going back and forth on Instagram. I was explaining. And I said, you does amazing work. And I said, I understand where you're coming from because I don't want this platform used where people get that propaganda and it be ruthless. Now, she said, I don't mind the jokes, Wiley. I just don't want your platform utilized when people have lies about my mothering skills and they go on the Wiley Show to go spread it and you give that story legs. I said, you're right about that. I understand that. She says, not about the story. It's not about this, not about joke. It's like some things she don't want to be utilized, like the whole mother information, right? And losing my children. And then Millie explained that, her mom was addicted to drugs and that she didn't even have custody of her own children. So how's she going to in return get custody of her grandkids, right? Millie talked about that. She talked about how her grandparents raised her. She talked about how her grandfather was a truck driver and that he owned his own business and that she was so happy he was able to retire. So she was explaining to you all a story, and I didn't even know that. That's why it's good to go listen. And I said, and she even said, I don't let the comments dictate me, right? Because we had a rapport. That was the word she used. We had a rapport. And yes, we did have a rapport, and we still do. Because I still respect her interviewing skills because I get a lot of content from my radio. When people say, why don't copy off these other bloggers? Oh, baby, I do. I listen to a whole lot of YouTubers, and my radio is one of them. Because, baby, it might be lengthy. It might be like you at a Kojic revival for hours. But if you keep listening, she going to break it down from story to story to story to story to story and take you on a whole journey. It may be lengthy, but you sure going to be seeing some receipts. So they in return plant seeds to step up my reporting skills, to step up my stuff, to give my audience a journey. Now, I'm not the typical person that give you show receipts and all that. I may give a receipt or two, but you mainly come on the Wiley Show to hear my story and hear what I got to say, other than me just dragging out receipt, because you want to see Wiley face. Just like when that one caller called into Malago Grounds, he said, don't worry about the cockeyed people, that cockeyed, all right? And I do my own research, like we did research about her losing custody of her kids. We done that research. She haven't lost custody of her children. The records are there, okay? None don't exist. No records of that she lost a kid. No records that she lost her children. It ain't there. It don't exist. Tasha is only saying that is because she want to bait it because she mad and pressed that they don't report on other blogs. Then Tasha can't get in another mess because now she went on and jumped on Patreon. She jumped on Patreon because now she's going to put it on there. Either two things. She mad, ain't nobody taking her receipt series. That's Malago Graham's theory. My theory is she tired of getting sued. She tired of paying them lawyers. She tired of moving every 3 weeks or every 3 months. She's tired of doing that. She don't have that type of funding. And what she does, she just put up that thing. But no, she's tired. She may got 300,000, 400,000 subscribers, but she probably ain't got $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 in the bank. That's what really count. It ain't about how many subscribers, baby. How that Chase account looking? How that Wells Fargo account looking? How does that Bank of America account looking? How is your stocks and bonds portfolio looking? Give a damn how many subscribers you got. I know people that didn't die and had to get GoFundMe account to bury them. But they online presence, they had a strong online presence. But when they hit that dirt with some worms, they had to get their family had to get a GoFundMe account. So my mindset is this. And I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I'm not gonna say, man, I want to get $100,000. I want to get 100,000 subscribers. No. I'm going to put this as my thing in the universe. I want $100,000 in all of my bank accounts. I want all of my investment portfolio to be over 100,000 plus. I don't want a ruby red BMW. I want to own a BMW lot. I was on Instagram getting my face together with Shade Creations, brightening and glowing, right? I was on Instagram getting my skin together and brushing my teeth and goggling my mouth because people say I don't bathe. Clearly I do. I get myself together. A lady hit the link on the show. She said, Wiley, I watch you all the time. And I was like, I don't think people be watching. She said, yes, I watch you all the time. You are so funny, blah, blah, blah. She said, well, one day, Wiley, you going to get you a ruby red BMW. I said, ma'am, I want to take it further. I want to have a BMW lot so I can sell people cars. And baby, I can give me a regular little Hyundai. But as long as I'm selling you cars, that's good right then and there. Okay? All right? So let's go to the phone lines. I have said it all in this. Because the reason why you're not going to see me on here cussing out my radio or drag because it's not wanted is because I've done that before when I had a falling out with my Wiggins. That was not profitable for my mental and for my brand. It was wasted energy, in my humble opinion. Cussing, going back and forth, and all of this. If I would have done what I did for my radio to my Wiggins, it wouldn't have been no beef. All I should have did this. Hello, can I talk to you, brother? And have an understanding. The main mistake that I did, I rushed to the internet. I can't stand him. Look how he did me, etc. Oh my gosh, all public. But I did not do that with my radio. What I did was, I said, I listened, and some told me, brother, just call her up. Send her a voice note. That's the beauty of Instagram. You can send people a voice note. So the phone lines is open. The number is 646-716-8447. 646-716-8447. Right? That is the number. 646-716-8447. Thank you so very much. We're doing our extensive research. Shout out to the producers that's in the chat. So whoever want to call in, this is your time to call in. This is your time to call in. This is your time to call into the show. And another thing, bloggers, that we also have to understand, we cannot allow the viewers to sway your opinion. I'm going to say that again. We as Black bloggers should not allow our viewers to sway our opinion about other folks. Because if you give the power to your audience, you're going to always be this way, that way, and that way. The best thing to do is to have your situation and see if you have fallen out. Go and talk to that person about it, because people are very messy. They're very messy. Let me see. Super is out. That's all I was saying. I know you have your own brand, and I don't want to be controlled. That's why you covered some of the stuff. Seems shady. Glad y'all work it out. Absolutely. We worked it out. G's can work it out. If you let G's can work it. Oh, G's can work it out. Yes. 4713 calling you on the air. Good morning.
Hey, Wiley. Good morning.
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm good. Okay, so this is what I want to say about the mob radio situation. One thing I do like about mob radio is anytime you are mentioned, she always gives you respect. Always. You know what I mean? Like she will give you your respect. And I am kind of glad that you all worked through y'all situation or whatever. So because I listened to that video as well. And like I was saying in the comments, she definitely was not dragging you.
Absolutely.
When it comes to the Tasha K situation with her and Mob Radio, to me, I do think that Tasha K is very intimidated by Millie. And the reason why I say that is the fact that Millie is very receipt-based. She gets a lot of respect from the other blogs and stuff. She does her research, you know what I mean? And then it's just like, Millie's also younger than Tasha. She was better than Tasha. She's also rubbing arms with celebrities through the Wiley Show that they have. It's on site. And I think that really intimidates Tasha, that Millie gets more respect in the YouTube streets and then blog streets than she does. So that's not on that. When it comes to the RNC, I did watch the RNC. I don't agree with your analysis of it. I do think that the messaging was all over the place. And the reason why I say that is because you had Don Jr. up there saying that we have to get rid of racism. Then you had Nikki Haley get up there right after him and says that racism doesn't exist in America, but she was the one that took down the Confederate flag in South Carolina. So it's just like, what did you take the flag down for? So like I said, it was, to me, it was just all over the place. To me, it just seemed like it was all about them praising Donald Trump. To me, they weren't trying to appease to swing voters or people that might be in the middle. It was just, to me, them speaking to their base. So, that's all I have to say.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so very much for calling in.
All right. Have a good day.
All right. Now, you too. If anybody want to call in, the number is 646-716-8447. And this is another piece I want to say about Tasha K. She will always preach and say, hey, we need unity in YouTube, unity in Black YouTube. I remember one year she said, I'm going to get all Black YouTubes together for unity. And I said, sister, why are you doing that? You can't get along with Tasha K and Daytime Tea Time. How you going to have unity in Black YouTube and you dragging Lovely T and Tasha K? I mean, Lovely T and Daytime Tea Time. If you don't have unity with your blog sister, you can't come to the beef sector. 'Cause I was in the beef sector heavy. Talking about unity in the beef sector with Sean Bradley, VS, and Wiley, and this one and that one. Ain't no way in the world we're going to take you serious. And I got no phone with VS. I said, she don't even have unity with her blog sister. How's she going to try to have unity in the beef sector? 3071, caller, you on the air.
Okay, so I think we need to stop talking about people's looks when we're comparing. I think the lady's name is Millie to Tasha K, because somehow, to me, it's colorism. And I'll be honest, this isn't a shot at Millie, but when I went to her page, I thought she was MJ from that show that talks about, the whole ballroom.
Ma'am, can I interject? How is it colorism and Millie and Tasha is both chocolate? They're both chocolate women. They're both the same skin tone.
I'm sorry. When I looked at Millie, maybe it's her filters or whatever, but she did look lighter. Now, if they're both brown, then they go to something else. I want to know what makes people think that Millie looks better than Tasha K. It's always a Millie looks better than Tasha K. When we're all pretty to someone, we're all ugly to someone. So we shouldn't talk about looks. We just ought to stick to their personalities and the material that they bring. That's all.
In a perfect world, yes. But in the real world, whatever they see, they're going to talk about it. Just in this point, you clearly see that I have a cock eye. So you're going to say it. If you get up on here with no edges and you got a bald spot, they're going to talk about you. Whatever people can physically see, it's just in the human nature to make a comment. Even if you see some beautiful, you still going to say, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. That same energy going to be if you see something ugly. Now, in the perfect world, everybody should be beautiful. But in the real world, people are going to give you a criticism X, Y, and Z. That's the real world. And you have to train your children just to tell them, don't let people, what they say, get under your skin. Because it don't get under my skin. It used to, but now you can say whatever. It don't get under my skin. Not at all. Not at all. Because I'm going to take the power. Yes, I got a little gum disease. Yes, I got a little yellow on my teeth. I got to get it clean. We got our root canal out. So I take the power away from your jokes. Because I'm already going to say it on my platform. Yes, I have catfish people. Yes, I did it because I thought I was ugly. Yes, I did it because my face wasn't that desirable. Yes, I did it because I wasn't dressing properly. But now I don't know how to do it anymore because I know how to dress. I know how to have swagger and everything else. If you look how I look, you got to have the right type of style and swagger. You got to be confident because don't nobody want no sad, ugly person. That's just what it is. If you ugly, you got to have a strong personality and a swagger. Don't nobody want to see an ugly, sad, depressed looking person. Them too many L's. Okay, let's go to the phone lines. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, Robbie. My voice is, I'm losing my voice, but I wanted to reference that last caller when she said something about colorism. Actually, Tasha K is the one who pointed out that Millie kept using filter. So when it comes to colorism and looks, Tasha K had pointed that out, that Millie only uses filters. She can't show her natural beauty. So when people tend to compare the two, Tasha K has started that whole drama. But also, I'm glad you and Millie made up. I didn't feel the need to tell you that because she didn't drag you. And I felt like you and Millie could handle that behind the scenes, and I'm glad y'all did. The Pastor Gray situation, I just think the wife needs to wake up. But I can also understand that she's trying to protect her husband's image. And you know how church folks, they try to cover all the mess. So that's why I feel like the neighborhood talk took that down. And like you said, Larry Reed is in a whole litigation about, exposing different people at the church. But that's really all I really had to say. And as Tasha K wanting to be a respected blogger, let's go back to the R. Kelly stuff. And when Azriel Clary had came out and she was fighting her what is the other girl name that she was fighting in the hotel?
Ooh, Azriel Clary was fighting there. I don't know. Somebody gonna post it. Yeah, Jocelyn Savage.
Yeah, she was fighting her. Tasha K had promised us so many exclusives when she had put that on live button. She didn't show us no different than what was going on Instagram Live.
Mm-hmm.
So to be fair, Tasha K has showed other people that a lot of her stories don't have no credibility. She said the FBI came and got all her stuff. But you also said that you was talking to this girl and this girl dead behind the scenes the whole time and you just got some exclusive tea. What about the exclusive tea that she was supposed to do on Michael Jackson? That they said, this is such
you took that out of my mouth. She said she had a whole Michael Jackson. I remember that.
Yes, okay, and we still waiting on it. So listen, you can have your favorite blogger, you can support who you want to support. It's no dagger to anybody. But at the end of the day, like Millie learned in school, you have to get resources. You have to fact check and get many resources behind whatever you put out in the atmosphere. And that is all I have to say.
All right. Thank you so very much. The number is 646-716-8447. Call in and speak on it. Don't hang up. We're going to get to all the calls. 1909. Call you on the air. 1909. Yes. Hello. 1909. Your area code.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello?
Go ahead, sister.
Hello?
Yes. What's on your mind?
I'm so sorry, Wiley. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Oh my God. Okay. So this is my first time calling your show. I've been watching you for a minute. And I love you too. Like you be having me rolling sometimes.
Yeah.
So the thing about Tasha's situation with Millie, and I'm speaking on my girl's behalf because yes, I am an avid mob member, so whatever. But the thing about it is with Tasha, like when you evaluate the situation, she's a narcissist. The issue was Tasha came on the show a while ago, she called into Wiley Show. And she was pressing so hard for Millie to get monetized. And Millie was like, I ain't going, I don't want to have nothing to do with that. My show is the way that it is because it's by the people, for the people, by the people. That's the way that she conducts her show. And she's not changing. She's staying on that same path. And the issue with Tasha is she can't understand when somebody is being genuine and being loving and having good intentions from the heart. Because she does things based off of her, like how much money it's going to get her, or how many views it's going to get her.
she always has the wrong. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say it's the wrong intentions. Like, you can do what you want to do with your show, but that's the reason why I feel like that she has this issue with Billy, and I always wanted a lot on her, you know. And I'm like, what is the point? What is the point? And then the other caller said, why do everybody always match up people or whatever? Why you always gotta say that this person is ugly or whatever, or Amelia is prettier than Tasha? Judging from my view, when I see somebody on the outside, I don't judge them based on what they look like on the outside. Their physical appearance is really irrelevant. What's really the issue is her intention. She's manipulative. She's very vindictive. She comes from a place of pain and hurt. That's what makes her ugly. So it ain't got nothing to do really with how she look on the outside. Because if she was a sweet person, then she would be beautiful. It'll shine through. You know what I'm saying? But her insides are showing and they don't look too good.
All right. Thank you for calling in, sister. I'm going to move on to the next caller. Thank you, sister. All right. The number is 646.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. 716-8447. 0415. Caller, you're on air. All right. Speak up in your phone. I can't hardly hear you. It sounds like you underground.
There's just a few things you might just think. I'm just trying to get my brain together.
Oh.
So there's an issue that Tasha wants people to pay for her work. Like, why is it an issue that she wants to go to Patreon? When everybody else gets paid? Like, why?
Okay,
People are stealing her work.
Okay, can I answer that?
Uh-huh.
The reason why I think it's a problem with her going on Patreon is because Tasha kept saying, I really don't ask y'all no money. We really don't need no money on this platform. I don't get on here begging. I don't get all over here. I got sponsors. Oh, I got sponsors. You know, she said all of that. She said she got her chocolate chip wine, her, German chocolate cake wine, all of these big, gigantic stars. She got TV studio. So she put it out there like she got it like that. And that she don't really need StreamYard or Patreon or etc.
No, I don't think she did that. It's when she's talking, she says, I don't really need tips from y'all, but as a businesswoman, I'm going to stay a businesswoman, and other publications who are getting paid off of their work, they're not about to come steal my work and me not get paid off of it. This has nothing to do with tips or me giving y'all commentary and people tipping me about it. When it comes to business, there's not about to be people making all this money off of my work. So she should go take her stuff to Patreon to get paid for it, like everybody else does. Number two, my issue with Millie, girl, you do the same thing that Ra Ali did, and you did the same formula. I go into people acting like everything is about you. Tasha ain't never had no issue with you, bruh. Never. The issue that you have is because Tasha had a separate situation with Ra Ali when she found out the shit that Ra Ali was talking to someone about and texting about, and Tasha called her out on it, and Mob Radio jumped in it like it's her business. And when she goes off on Tasha, she starts talking about her children, her husband being gay, which is a lie, and everything else. And when Tasha pops back at your ass, it's a problem. Everything Millie Mob Radio does ain't got shit to do with nobody but herself. If you're young, you're immature, you think because you got the gift of gab, everything you say is right. All you do is talk shit, call people murderers and all pedophiles and all this kind of stuff, ugly and this and that, and bitches and hoes. Give me my $20, and when people pop back at your dumb ass, it's a problem.
But let me say, but
talking to you,
nobody. Can I interject though, ma'am? I want to speak on the piece of what you said about Tasha K. Tasha K said the reason why she's putting on here because she don't want Instagram reporting her receipts and all that. She didn't say it because people were stealing it, but I find it quite interesting that she asked for all of these receipts and all of this commentary when the Shade Room reposted and discredited her, and when the neighborhood talk took the stuff down. I feel like you have some anger against Millie. Why are you so angry? It's too early in the morning.
It's because it's not anger. It's the fact that I was a fan of Millie for so long and I respected her mouthpiece. But then when I saw that, Tasha was genuinely like Yeah, you want to get monetized because Tasha got all the connections. That's a pure thing. Like, hey, you want me to help you get monetized? Whatever. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ma'am.
But when she talks about people, there's so much anger in her, and that's my issue.
Ma'am, can I say
And
this?
I know the stuff
It's so easy. Tasha don't need to help Millie for being monetization. Only thing Millie have to, I understand. Only thing Millie have to do is click the button and say turn it on, and it comes on. So don't nobody have to help her be monetized. She chose.
But that's fine. That's what I'm saying. But don't be mad if you're sitting here popping off at everybody, Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi, everybody. And when someone says something to you, don't start talking about my mommy.
Is she mad? Okay, ma'am. Okay, let me tell you this, ma'am. Okay, let me play devil's advocate. If you say you passionate, why can't Millie be passionate? Because I just think she's passionate if you're not angry because you're yelling and screaming like how she be.
I never said there was anything wrong with what Millie said. I'm saying if you're going to be that passionate and pop off at people, don't be mad when they do the same thing to you after you keep pegging them.
Well, I think she's more so upset. Okay, can I ask you this question? Do you think it was right for Tasha K to bring up the situation talking about that Millie don't have custody of her children? She used the word children.
If Millie didn't bring up her husband and her family first, that's wrong.
Okay.
But Millie is open season, baby. You done brought up everybody.
So what you saying is since
Megan Thee Stallion's manager's cool and all.
Okay, since I'm gonna say this to this point, the reason why you that way is.
If Tasha want to go back on her every day for the stuff that she said about Tasha, that's fine.
All right.
Period.
All right. Thank you, caller.
Thank you, Wiley. Love you.
Love you too, sister. Whoo, she was passionate. She passionate. All right. 8384. Call you on the air. 8384. Turn me down the background. 8384.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
I got you. Give me a second. All right. Gotcha. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm open. I'm on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, my bad. I didn't know the delay was that bad. I'm sorry. I'm watching you and I'm listening at the same time, so forgive me. Let me speak on something real quick. I can't speak a lot about Tasha K because the trash that she puts out, I just couldn't get with. I was with her a little while, and then when I saw her receiptless commentary, I just couldn't deal with it because everything was just thrown in the air. Now, there are a lot of people that listen to mob radio that don't know mob radio. I've been listening to Millie for about 2 years. Millie has so many sides to her. She has her serious side. She has sides where she jokes. Even when she begs for money, the people that really know Millie know the joke in it. We laugh, we give, we're gonna make sure she's taken care of because we love the commentary Millie gives. Now, her whole Meg Thee Stallion commentary, I didn't agree with it, but that's her opinion. And Millie don't really go against people with different opinions. She just say, hey, this is how I feel. Know how you feel, but this is how I feel. And you can't get mad at her for her opinion. Now, Tasha K and bringing up the girl's kids. Oh my God. When you're going against each other as adults, it is never right to bring kids, families, husbands, anything like that into it. I've never heard Millie bring up Tasha K's family. Whenever she went at Tasha K, she went at Tasha K. Whenever she went at other YouTubers, she went at them. She never talked about their family. Millie is very colorful in her commentary, so is Tasha K. They both have great things about them. It's just who you feel speaks to what you like. And Tasha K don't speak to anything I like because she has no credibility, no receipts to back up most of her claims. Millie's gonna lay out a case for you. She's gonna make sure that you understand why she feels the way she feels, even if you disagree. And that's what I love about her commentary. I like that about your commentary at times, even though you know you can get messy too. But it's all fun. It's all fun. But we must understand that this is our entertainment. Once it crossed the line, going into family, that's some shit we cannot deal with. So Tasha needs to back up going into, talking about this girl's kids and if she has custody and all that. That should be none of her concern. And that's how I feel about it.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
All right now. All right. Next caller, 9197.
Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
All right. Good morning.
I want to speak on the caller that just called, the female caller, and how she was saying that she was a fan of Millie. See, she's the exact person that Millie talks about. You guys are fans, but you're so sensitive. You know what I'm saying? How can you be a fan of her but be upset at her about a topic or the way that she speaks? A lot of people are talking about, oh, she's so aggressive, she's this, she's that. And like you said, she's very passionate about her work. You can't take anything that people do on YouTube personally. This is for our entertainment. We love that about Millie. We love that about you. And some people love that about Tasha K. It's not to get in your feelings about, it's entertainment. And I have never heard Millie talk about Tasha's children. Tasha was the one who came at Millie like she did with Armand, daytime, tea time. Tasha is that girl that likes to act like she's your friend, but when you don't do what she says, then she's coming out at you. Tasha likes to go low. So this isn't her first time bringing up Millie's kids. She's talked about them before and her mother. That's what she does. She has that ugly, mean girl spirit about her, and when she doesn't get her way, oh, I'm going to go low for you. I'm going to talk about your family. She tries to go low and do anything to hurt you so you can give her that attention that she wants. She feeds off of that. And then I don't appreciate how now she's on Patreon, which is nothing is wrong with that. But as you said, you were the one, oh, I don't do the super chats, I don't do that. You were taking digs and shots at other entertainers, but now you're doing it. And I find it very odd that you're charging your winos for dried up tea. Like, who does that? Millie is very receipt-based. And she also tells you, give because you want to give. And, that's common sense. If I'm on here 3 to 4 hours, I'm doing a job. If you guys like it, give what you give, support what you want to support. But I wouldn't dare charge my listeners for tea. You're on Patreon and telling them, oh, come here, I got the receipt. That just shows you that you're not fact-based. And then it's just, everybody's always just saying that Millie is this, Millie is that. Everybody loves Millie. Millie is on top of her shit. She's one of the main YouTubers that we go to. Tasha, you can tell that a lot of her tea is old, it's watered down. And I remember when Armand was saying that about you, like you wait until, and I don't believe that, but he was saying how you wait until people do content and then you do it. That's Tasha.
Right, but can I interject with this though? Everybody that's in this celebrity gossip world, wait till the Shade Room posted something, Baller Alert,
Right.
In the Industry on Blast, all of these other blogs, all of these other web, TMZ, we would have not known anything about Megan Thee Stallion and her pinky toe if it wasn't for blogs. And what do? We do commentary on it. Some days we break a story and it goes viral. Most of the time we get information from other entities. So when people say that, I don't get offended. I'm like, don't you get your information from the news? Just when I talk about RNC, I didn't talk about it out of my head. I was watching Fox News. So you get your stuff from all of these different entities. So when people say that, I don't understand why they say it, because we all get information from other people.
That's true. But that's what I was saying. But I just feel like Tasha, everyone's saying she's jealous. No, she's not jealous. Jealous and intimidation is a different thing. Whenever it blows Tasha's mind that Millie is making money without being monetized. Mind you, Tasha came to Millie saying, oh, I want to help you. But, Millie was telling her, I don't really need your help. I got it.
And ever since then, Tasha has been a thorn in Millie's side, trying to hate.
All
But
right.
she's always talking about people and other black women. You're a black woman, and just state the fact. You're intimidated by a younger, upcoming, fact-based YouTuber.
All right. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you, sister. Woo. All right. The next caller, 1973. Hold on, call again, everybody. 1973, caller, on the air.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, caller.
Hi, Wiley. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. So here's the thing. I love all you guys, but I think a lot of the times these, like the fans of you guys, different shows, they have some strong opinions about you guys' commentary and how you feel, and you guys are just doing your job to keep, like the lady said before, to keep us entertained. I don't think a lot of people have lives. I'm just gonna say it because the way the other lady was going in, and she can say that's passion, but I feel like it was more so anger. Am I wrong, Wally? You can say passionate.
Baby, listen, if I say she angry, they're going to be like, no, she ain't. That's a black woman. Why they don't come at black? You already, baby.
No, I'm saying it.
Okay, she said.
Even when you're talking, you can say, I'm passionate, guys, and it's just a way to deliver a message. But when she was talking about the young lady, Millie, she was so angry, and I don't think she understands what passionate and anger is. She was angry, not passionate. But like I said, I'm glad you and Millie made up because, you guys, you're funny. You know what I'm saying? You have the way that you tell your stories and how you feel.
Okay.
You got to respect that.
All right, thank you so much,
You
caller.
feel me? You got.
Thank you, sister. Hello? Hello? Ma'am?
Yeah. Can you hear me? I'm sorry. I'm going in and out.
Get your last point in, and I'm gonna go to the next caller.
Okay. I said I'm glad you guys made up, and I'm glad like you can talk without having back and forth war. That's the cool thing about you guys.
Okay. Thank you, sister. All right. I think somebody said Billie Holiday. All right. Thank you. What's her last four? Let me see if this is her. 4536.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Good morning.
Hey, what's up with you?
Oh, good. Got my skin glittering this lovely morning.
Okay. So I just wanted to come in and show support because I feel like you kept the same energy from when we talked privately as you have right now. As you're talking on your platform, I was able to catch a little bit of it. Of course, people were hitting me up, so I was listening to what was going on in real time. So I wanted to first of all do that. And second of all, I'm picked up, of course, I've heard what different people have to say. Shout out to everybody that's a part of the mob that is showing love. And then in terms of starting something first or antagonizing anybody, I answer. Somebody got something they feel like they want to say, we're going to address it. I'm just going to address it directly. I'm not going to subtweet. I'm not going to go on a community post and allude to anybody. No, I'm talking to you. You're going to know I'm talking to you. It's pressure coming behind that. And if I'm right, if I'm wrong, if I'm whatever, we can talk about it.
Right.
So all you got to do is go watch and see. I'm not about to go over what this is and what that is in terms of the specifics on how me and Tasha got to where we are right now. At the end of the day, we here. We here. Why? Because she got me fucked up. That's why. Plain and simple. So if you can't understand why you don't need to sit up and speak on people's children, that's a problem that you need to go and get some understanding for. I don't have time to explain it to you. You go pull any clip of me talking about Tasha's husband and her children, and I will send your ass a $20 cash app or a PayPal. You a lie. That's a lie. And let me address any type of police calling. I will call the police on your ass if that's what I feel like I want to do. So many of our people have been in jail because they don't know their rights. So if you have any opportunity to reach out and put on paper that you feel like there may be a threat or anything else, that is the smart thing to do. So that when you do your business, you ain't got to sit in no cell behind it. Now, regardless of what I say, I'm about to do this and I'm going to do that. Ain't nobody personal issue with me after I said this is what I'll do and this is why I'll do it. So go find a police report. You saying I called the police and I did this and that. Go get the police report. You a damn lie again. You don't know what you're talking about. So like I said, I will call the police on your ass. And I'll say, I know my rights. And I'll tell you how you didn't set up and came up against my rights. And I'll tell you how I can press the issue. You don't have to like it. It is what it is. It is really that simple. And so in terms of is Tasha jealous, I don't know what Tasha is. That's not my concern. But my children ain't her concern. My husband ain't her concern. All she needs to be concerned with is coming and doing her job. If I was so minuscule, I shouldn't be any of her concerns. Shouldn't have been no reason why she got up on the live stream for the 18,000 and said my radio that bitch, I respect her. So you can't sit up and praise me and turn around and not like something and try to tear me down with that same mouth. It's like looking somebody pussy and getting up saying, oh yeah, but it's saying so. Okay, why you was down there? That don't make no sense. So it is what it is. Wiley, like I told you, you ain't a throwaway, Tasha ain't a throwaway, Armand ain't a throwaway. I don't have to like what these people do, but they still our people. So maybe one day shit'll be better. And everybody could work together the way they do in other parts of YouTube and actually make some money together and show people some type of camaraderie. But I'm not gonna fake a damn thing. I'm not gonna pretend. It sucks that because the pickings are so slim on Black YouTube that y'all only have a few prominent Black YouTubers. So when we get into it, it seems like, hey, nobody get it right. I don't, support my people any less. And my message for my people is not diminished because I get into it with my people. No, God even went to war. Bullshit. It ain't gonna always be peachy king, and it is what it is. But I'm gonna speak on it if I feel like I need to, and mine don't go.
I want to ask you two questions though. Question number one: are you still open? Because Omar Wiggins on the show, and he wanted you to come on for a debate. Are you still open or a collaboration? Are you still open to coming on the show? Because I heard your live and you said it was early, a different time zone, and that I did not get to see your message. So speaking today, are you still open to coming on the Omar Wiggins show so y'all can have a collaboration?
No. And you want to know why? Then I'm going to tell you why. Because Omar Wiggins, like I said, went on his platform and tagged Nicki Minaj in a post and said, listen to this. What was his intention? To try to stop something for me. Omar Wiggins has been present for conversations where my family has been talked down on. That's ridiculous. When I'm the same person that when somebody called into my platform and was about to try to talk down on him, we weren't even in a good place. I said, don't do that. We're not doing that. I don't want to hear it.
Could I ask you a second?
No, that's ridiculous. They don't have to mean, oh, I got a problem with you. Fuck you out. I hope you go to hell or nothing like that. No, we're not doing that. Because I'm not a friendly nigga like that. You gotta understand, somebody show you who they are, believe them. You do it to me once, you'll do that to me again. So if I didn't have my platform right now, then what? He would be going on by his business. If Nikki would unfollow me, then what? He would be happy about that. So nah, we're not gonna work together, but I wish that young man the best.
Could I ask you another question? Are you open to having a peace summit with Tasha and having a conversation? Because I believe both you women need to sit down and talk. Are you open to that conversation? To sitting down and having a conversation with Tasha K?
Tasha K can apologize to my family.
Yes. Like if she do need to apologize, because I think that was a low blow. Because I think it is. Why do you think that Tasha came at you so low, saying that you don't have custody of your children, that your mother have custody of your children? Why do you think she said that? Because that was really low.
I don't know. I could just hope that she could get some healing. I'm not gonna lie and say I pray for her, but hopefully her supporters find the time to get on their knees and ask God to really heal her heart. Because there are multiple women that she's gotten into it with whose motherhood has been attacked. People, in my opinion, project, and I think that says more about her than anyone else. Why is it that you seem to highlight, if somebody's a mother, there's an issue with the motherhood. If they're single, then it's an issue with the fact that they're single and they're not providing a certain type of motherhood. If you're a lazy woman, then that's a dig. But if you're a hard-working woman, then you're not doing your husband right. She can't decide what she wants it to be. So that's the problem she has. So I can't let that affect me. That has nothing to do with me because I'm content with my life. So I don't feel the need to get up and defend my marriage or my motherhood and say, oh, look at me, I'm great, I do this, that. I do the real work. and I'm rewarded by the Most High in my real life, and I don't need to show that on free app. So if anyone feels as though I don't have custody of Tasha, if you were any kind of woman, it wouldn't be, oh, how she don't have custody of her kids. It would be, let me help her get them back. Let me help her be better. You understand? That's the difference between me and her. I wanted to give a quick little story, and I gotta go on for 20 minutes. A young woman hit me up because a prominent musician, and I've spoken this story, so it's public. A prominent musician had sexually assaulted her. They had been in a relationship, a physical sexual relationship, and she did not feel supported. And she hit me up, and this is a story with evidence and everything. I told this young woman, your sanity is more important than a story on my platform. Don't let somebody milk you and exploit you. I said, if you want to tell your story because you want people to know and you want to raise awareness, then that's fine. But if you are still broken and hurt, and you know this is a way to get back at somebody, you still in the midst of your storm, deal with your storm, because we're going to be here. I will not take part in using you. That's what I told her. But to me, that's the difference between me and Tasha's spirit. It's not about running up to have an exclusive. I care about people, which is why I set up and tried to help Tasha and her mom work through their problems. I done tried so many times to see good in Tasha. She needs to find good in her damn self, and she needs to work on that. That's not my problem, and it's not my duty. Like I said, our people are not throwaways, so hopefully one day she gets herself together. But I'm not going to sit up here and think about liking her, and I'm not going to bite my tongue for her. No. And once again, she needs to apologize to my family. That's what she can do.
So now you say that Tasha K needs to apologize to your family and she needs help. So there's no conversation that needs to be had unless she apologizes. So if she does apologize to your family, are you open to having a conversation with Tasha K? And
if she apologizes to my family, I go to God and see what the Spirit leads me to do.
I feel you on that. It's nothing more going with God. I
can't even see what I'm going. I don't know.
Do you have a show? Because I was out of town and someone said that you had a show and that you announced it on Instagram. Is that correct? Is that true? That you have a show? That you got a show? Did you?
I have a lot of things going on.
Okay.
A lot of shit in my email. What the hell they talking about?
Okay.
I'm wailing in fiction.
Okay, but I will want to tell you this. You have a history on Station here. You have 2 shows that are in the top spot. Like you co-host with Riley, that's number 2, and you number 1. Yeah. So that to me, I think that's dope to actually see you in the number 1 and the number 2 spot. So my thing is this. Go ahead, sister. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that's amazing, and it's the people. We are nothing without the people that support us, which is why I'm so invested in them. You know, and so if they did not support, that chart would not look like that. So all I can do is say shout out to them because they show up wherever I'm at and they show love. And like they'll tell you, they don't agree with everything I say. And they will tell me, they will email me, they will call me, they will text me, they will DM me and be like, no, they will tweet me, Amelia, I love you, but no, da-da-da-da-da. You know, and so we don't agree on everything at all, you know, and I enjoy that because I grow. But I will challenge you. You know, because let's debate then. And that pushes thought. That's what this is supposed to be about, commentary and talking to the people and going back and forth and banter. So I really welcome it. But you ain't going to play with me on my live and you can get up off of them. Yeah, you can get blocked. Talk to me cute. If I don't like it for whatever reason, I'll block you. If I feel like I don't like what you said, I will remove your comment. You're damn right. Because I create my energy. I make sure that the space and the vibes I'm getting are ones that I want. And if I feel like you need to be removed, then you will.
I heard that. All right. Thank you so much for calling in. You have answered all my questions that I had.
Well, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so very much. I'm going to go to this last call and I'm going to get my closing thoughts because I got some business. I got to be on this conference call with some people. So I can't be late for that. That's a very important meeting. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hello, Wiley. First of all, you need to get control of your chat because your chat is going crazy. Everybody in there is just very nasty and mean towards each other. You have a moderator arguing.
Let me say, can I hold on one second? Can I say this? That's what they supposed to do is comment. I don't worry about the chat. I love it. You supposed to comment, go back and forth. That's what the chat is for, okay? That's just like going to the club and I tell people, stop dancing, stop twerking, stop popping bottles. No, when you come in that chat, be lit. That's what it's about.
Okay, anyway, I'm not a fan of Woody Woodpecker or Mob Radio. I feel like Mob is conceited for no reason. She's not that cute. I mean, she has to put a filter on every photo.
But no, she don't do that every photo. But my thing is, let me ask you a question, because you say these same reads every day. Why are you so angry towards Mob Radio? Did she cuss you out? Did she block you? Did she rob you? But no. You say the same jokes. Why do you come at Mob Radio? What's the problem? What did she do to you? Did she rob you? Did she take your man?
Let me finish. I don't like Tasha K either. I feel like Tasha K is a liar and just being loud.
Okay, you said Tasha K is a liar and she's loud. But why do you dislike Mob Radio? Because she have a filter?
I didn't say I dislike her. I just don't care for them.
Why?
I don't care for any of them.
But why? Okay.
And Mob Radio said she don't talk about children, but she talked about Cardi B's child. And everybody got this. Tasha K never said Mob Radio lost custody. Tasha said Mob Radio had lost custody of her kids, which was true. But when Jason Lee called Tasha K's child a gremlin, why weren't y'all up in arms like this?
I was. Hold on. Wait. Let me pause. Hold on. Let me stop you right there. When Jason Lee called Tasha K Child Gremlin, I dragged him for it, and he unfollowed me, and he put me on his show, and he dragged me because I started to drag him. Said that's not right for you to be saying her child gremlin, and you ain't even got no neck, and you got 3 chins. So I got him together, and he started to embarrass me, talking about he edited to make it seem like I couldn't even hardly read his book. No, so I had called him out. So for me, I did call him out on that, and I did have that same energy.
So did you call when you called culture ugly when Mob Radio called?
She have already apologized for that, sir. She have already apologized for that, and I've always said, hold up, I have always said on the Wiley Show, leave the kids out of it. Period. Point blank.
But you don't put said she don't talk about kids.
Again, she have already apologized for it, sir. Okay.
She's a liar.
Okay. It doesn't. Okay. All right. Thank you so very much.
She's a liar.
Okay, but you watch her. But you watch her. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley. I came in at the end.
Okay, we talking about Tasha K, and we talk about the Shade Room, posting and denying it with the John Gray. We talk about the neighborhood talk, taking down that. So what's?
You watched at the other caller? No, I thought you just said something about Millie.
And then Millie and my radio, and then my radio called in. So that's it. Yeah, she had called in. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, well, clearly you don't want to hear what I have to say, so all right.
Well, you can say it. I was just telling what we talked about.
Oh, okay. I thought you was like saying, no, I can't make the say.
Oh, no, you can. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, because I just finishing you like, I'm like, oh my God. All right, so I like Millie, but I think she contradicted herself a little bit because when you asked her about Armand, she said that she would not work with him. But then when you asked her about Tasha K, so she said she wouldn't work with him because he was around when the conversation was happening about her parents. Then you mentioned Tasha K, and she said, well, she owed me an apology. So I'm like, hold on, so why not say that Armand owed you an apology? If you feel some type of way, because he was listening to the conversation that somebody was having about your kids. So, that's the only reason why I feel like she contradicts herself. And I'm like, okay, is it a bigger reason? Is it because Tasha K has a bigger platform? So if she apologized, then that would help her with numbers, which is smart, and Armand, although his numbers are big, but to her, it might not be that big, for what she's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's it. I just think that she contradicted herself a little bit.
I think, but in my case, I think all of them, just to be truthful, everybody needs to apologize. in that situation, they have all said some things that they shouldn't have said. So they all need to sit at the table with some cold milk and some chocolate chip cookies and sit on down and apologize and talk to each other. To be honest, they all need to sit down and talk to each other and apologize. We have all, including me. I would love to sit down there with some chocolate chip cookies and some chocolate milk. We all need to sit down and have a conversation and apologize to each other. Because no one is innocent.
Right.
Right.
Right. And then also, like, I think that her and Tasha K got into it more than her and Armand, because I think her and Armand, well, I don't know as of lately since the pandemic, but before the pandemic, I think they only had like 2 disagreements as far as her and Tasha K. Now, you can write a book about them and how many disagreements they had. So that, that's what kind of confused me when she said, no, she don't want to have no dealings with him, but she'll deal with Tasha, out for apology. But all right.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
All right. Have a good day. Thank you. All right. Where's the next caller at? Okay, we got 3 callers here. All right, callers are calling in. Anonymous, you live on the air. I'm sorry. Let me go to this one. Sorry, Anonymous. 4713, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley, this is me again. Okay, with the previous caller, she sounds ridiculous. At the end of the day, Millie is her own entity. If she don't want to work with Armand, she don't have to work with Armand. If she want to take apology from Tasha K and potentially work with Tasha K, she can do that. Like it's not she said more than Armand, so you just sound stupid. She sounds so stupid. And then my thing is too with the whole, she talked about Cardi B's child. Okay, so where's the receipt? Nobody can pull up where she talked about this child. I keep seeing that in the comments. I keep saying that. Okay, so pull it up and send it to Wiley. If she did it, y'all cannot prove it. That girl did not talk about Cardi's child at all. I listen to Mob Radio every single day, especially when she's covering Cardi B because it's very entertaining. That woman has never, ever said anything about Cardi's child. So like I said, that's a false narrative that they're trying to run with. If she did say produce the receipts, there are no receipts of her doing that. So that's just that on that. Like I said, at the end of the day, they cannot take that Millie is unapologetically herself. She's going to say what she wants to say. She's a very strong Black woman, and it intimidates a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And that's all it is. So,
all right. Thank you so very much, caller. All right. 7433, caller, you on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Good morning.
So this is my thing about Milagro, which is one of my favorite YouTubers that I watch. And one thing I can say is I need everybody to know the reason why the mob loves her. Because good, bad, right, wrong, or indifferent, we don't ride with her, period. I think a lot of people get the misconception because she's so confident in the way she speaks and passionate in the way she speaks, that she's arrogant. Listen, Millie don't say what she want to say, how she want to say it. And it don't matter if it's me, Wiley, Jesus, the Most High, Yahweh, whoever we pray for. That girl is who she is. Now, all this talk about Cardi and she called culture ugly, to be honest with you, I truly don't give not even a damn about it, Wiley. Because Belcalis have said some very disparaging things about my people. So excuse me if I don't have any empathy or sympathy for that little ass girl. As far as Armand is a kiki, but he's too rude. And we're going to keep it all the way 100. Armand can't do nothing with Millie, but stay on his platform doing tarot readings and celebrity gossip. And that's where we're going to leave it there. As far as Tasha, this is not the first time that Tasha has said this. Tasha has done this before when it came to Millie and it came to her children. Now, when it comes to Tasha K, I'm not going to lie, I do enjoy some of her content. But when it comes to her outright lying on people's personal lives, that's when we have a problem and that's when we have an issue. I don't agree with that shit at all. And I'm not feeling that. A lot of people act as if Millie is just saying something so outlandish and so outrageous because she decides to go against the grain. Everybody now walking around with that goddamn sheeple ass goddamn mind. Everybody don't agree. Just because y'all on the internet agreeing with the same damn thing don't mean that she's gonna agree with the same damn thing. And that's the mob. We go against the goddamn brain. We ain't the type of goddamn people that's gonna agree with everything that come out somebody's mouth. So if you do something or you say something and we got questions, we got goddamn questions. It is what it is. One thing I like about you, Wiley, is the fact that you have no barriers to your content. And on top of that, I like the fact that, you know, you just kind of, you are who you are. You're going to speak what you want to speak in. You don't limit yourself to, you know, you're creating your content. But if I must say, you got to stop with that shady shit, Wiley, because I be seeing the shit that you say and the shit that you do sometimes too. Now, I'm all for being unbiased, because I know that's your form, your thing, but you gotta watch some of that shit that you do and some of that shit that you say, because you have a tendency to do it with all. It's not just with Mob Radio, it's not just with Tasha K, it's not with Armand, it's not with, it's nobody is no exception. You do it to everybody. I think that's why I can kind of fuck with you in a sense, because you are who you are. I say all that to say, we mobbers for life. And at the end of the day, good, bad, right, wrong, or indifferent, we genuinely love Milagro Graham. And that's it. Thank you, Wiley. I got to clock in.
Okay, thank you so much. Go on and clock in. I'm going to have to get a shirt that say, I shade everybody. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Anonymous, you live on the air. Make sure y'all subscribe. Anonymous, hello.
And one more thing, I don't watch my radios for less ugly ass, so don't say I watch.
All right, next caller, 9201, call you on air.
Okay, first of all, I want to say good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
But this is what I want to say. It was a point in time I used to watch Tasha K and Armand Wiggins. I watched you and I watched Millie. Now I only watch you and I only watch Millie. You have to be careful what you intake into your spirit. I don't know why people agree with what Tasha K does, but what she does is us Satan. And it is a difference between posting about people's lives and try to break tea and then just purposely creating stories to destroy people's lives. Like at this moment, Tasha K went from having a good show to she's so desperate to want money and for people to know her name that she is willing to destroy anybody. There's nothing good in that. Point blank, period. Her kids, Millie Kids is not part of YouTube. Millie Kids don't have a show. Millie Kids don't have a beef with Tasha K. You see what I'm saying? So why even bring her kids up? Number two, does she even have proof? At this point, Tasha K says anything out her mouth because she know that people are just going to sit there and listen. And then the problem is people go back and then they like, look at your comments. Oh, she don't have her kids. She don't have her kids. Yes, she does. Like, yes, she does kids. Like Tasha K says anything out her mouth and people believe it. So that's why it's dangerous, especially for her to have the biggest platform, for her to do these types of things. I've asked her several different times, why does Tasha K always have an exclusive after TMZ or after Shade Room or after somebody already put the news out? That's not exclusive. Exclusive means I am the only blogger that has this information. You cannot go anywhere else to get this information. She doesn't have anything until it comes out on 3 or 4 or 5 different platforms. And if she does say something exclusively, it's an exclusive lie. So at this point, people need to say, why do I want Tasha K in my spirit? Why do I want to listen to somebody who blatantly wakes up just to ruin people's lives? Tasha K needs to be dealt with. She needs to be happy that she's doing this type of stuff on YouTube. Because one day, Tasha K is going to do it to the wrong person. And I'm a stamp that. One day, Tasha K is going to open up her mouth, and that person is going to deliver her. That's exactly what's going to happen. She's going to really find out why you need to watch what you say and watch what you do and move accordingly. Everybody does the celebrity gossip. All of y'all do it. But you don't have to drag anybody to do it. You don't have to make up lies, do you? No. Millie doesn't have to make up lies, even Armand. I'm gonna even throw up in there. Armand doesn't even have to make up lies. Why does Miss Tasha feel like he has to lie to be a competitor?
Because it's entertainment. Period. They're entertained.
It's not. So you're saying that it's entertaining to be a liar? That's what you're saying.
Because it's entertaining. Donald Trump lies. It's very entertaining. It's entertainment, ma'am. It's entertaining, and I stand by that.
It's not entertaining to wake up. It's like you just said when somebody said you raped their grandmother.
It's to me. So many people think that's entertaining. Again, so many people think that's entertaining. They have already made it. They have already made it. They have already been up channels. They have already done it. So I'm telling you, they did it because some people were laughing. They thought it was entertaining. What I'm telling you is, you may not feel like it's entertaining, but to the next person, they're going to sit there and laugh. They're going to get a key out of it. It is what it is. But you don't have to watch them.
Everybody's an adult. So
yes, whether you watch it or don't watch it.
Your morals. It's okay.
People do it.
About people like trash. It's okay.
Some people do it.
People just because people want to laugh. That's ridiculous. Some people.
But ma'am, but just don't watch it, ma'am. Don't watch them.
I need to pray for you, Wiley.
Okay, while you praying, you can keep your praying. Keep it. Don't you pray for me. I'm gonna pray for you to say that you stop watching these YouTubers and getting triggered. That should be your prayer. Pray for yourself. You be watching these folks.
I don't have to get triggered from the YouTubers, but I get triggered from people talking about Millie and talking about like saying bad things about her. Yes, but like personally, I do get triggered by that.
But don't watch them.
About people with trash, because if somebody sit here and drag y'all and talk about Tasha K being bald headed and her little daughter being fat and ugly. And her little son that she just
but my thing is this: people don't watch them. Don't watch them.
I'll talk about everybody. I'll talk about why one of your eyes is going.
Okay. Well, you talk about people because it's entertaining. Okay. Well, thank you.
It's not cool.
It's not cool. Well, thank you so much, sister, for calling in. I got 4 other callers. Okay. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley, I had to call back in, but I do want to say this for the last caller. I agree with her a little bit. Not everything that she said, just a little bit. The part I agree with her on when she said Tasha K, basically, she just do anything. And the reason why is because, I don't know if you subscribed to her Patreon yesterday when she dropped all those receipts. One of the receipts was about the Migos, and it was it was Lil Baby manager talking about them. At the end, the person that he was talking to was recording him. At the end, the person that was recording him had said where he picked them up from and where he dropped them out at. Now, I don't know how cold-hearted Tasha K is, but it's pretty cold-hearted to post this man's address of where he is laying his head, knowing what just happened to Pop Smoke. That was trifling. Now, Tasha K, little girl, and her son, beautiful. The little girl is definitely beautiful. I love her skin tone, everything else. So I don't know what that lady was talking about, calling her son a dried up phone or bean or whatever.
Because they say some ignorant stuff. They just say ignorant stuff. But go ahead. Because her children is very beautiful. Her children is very beautiful. And let me tell you, stop talking about people's kids because you won't want nobody talking about your child when you have children. So it's going to come back to you. Just keep on. But go ahead.
Right. So people was in Tasha K comments on her Patreon, including me, saying, "Why did you post that man's address? You need to edit it." So she had to take it.
And which address did she post it? Of who? Or whose address?
What this man lay down at?
And who's the man?
The man was doing a voice recording between him and Lil Baby Manager. Lil Baby Manager didn't know that he was being recorded.
Okay.
At the end, the person that was recording him was like, "Oh, I picked them up from here.
Okay.
And I dropped them out here.
Okay.
I listed the address."
Okay. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well,
that was trifling.
Yeah.
And I know Tasha K go through all her receipts. So for her to not edit out that address, it's something wrong with her on that point.
All right.
Now the other caller that sat there and said, what she said about Mob Radio, talking about Mob Radio is not a contradiction and all this other kind of stuff, and then turned around and told you that you be on some time and stuff. That's kind of weird. Like, if she feel like Mob Radio is who she is, everybody already told you that you could be shady and, you know, flip sides and stuff like that. That's who you are. Like, it's funny. It's for entertainment. So why sit there and say, oh no, Mob Radio isn't like this, but you're like this, Wiley. But I'm like, damn, both of them doing the same thing. But it's cool, you know, whatever. But yeah, so that's all I wanted to talk about.
All right, thank you.
You know, the trifling stuff Tasha K had did with that receipt that she posted.
All right.
And I'm just happy that she did it on Patreon and not her YouTube. Just imagine if she would have did that on her YouTube.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so very
Look
much.
the numbers that video got.
All right. Now they know. Okay. Let's go to the next phone call. 3516. 3516. 3516. Hello, hello. 3516, area code 803. You live on the air.
Fuck you fucking ugly.
Okay. It shows your whole number. 2434, call you on the air.
Hey, Wiley, this is Anisha. This is Chit Chat TV. How you doing?
All right, go ahead.
Oh my God, this is saucy this morning, Wiley. I see the drama started early. I see the shade throwing, and I like it. Okay, so I want to get into this thing. The caller that spoke about, the caller before her, the one that was checking you a little bit. I must say, I agree a little bit about when she stated if somebody put lies, blatant lies out there, that is a thing that we got to be careful about, because at the end of the day, if it's done to us or to in your life individually, nobody likes that feeling. So I think Tasha K is really, entertaining. That's my girl. I watch her all the time. I watch you. I watch I love the mob, and that's fact. And I love Millie. I love how she gives her details and everything. But at the end of the day, what Millie, I think, I didn't know Tasha talked about Millie at first, because I keep hearing what Tasha talk about Millie. I'm like, when did this happen? And then, watching Keeping Up on the Tea, I realized what Millie was talking about. And I'm like, yo, where did that energy come from about Millie's kids? Why do we keep putting kids in this? The kid thing never worked, yo. The kid thing never worked. And I feel like Tasha, if that's really what happened and she stole shade on Millie, kids, that's hella wrong. The kid thing never worked. Part of it, I don't think I can throw lies in there. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to lie on people. It don't matter what it is. There's no excuse, no lies. Let's entertain. Let's do the comedy. Let's do the gossip. But the lies is just detrimental for people's lives, just in general. Their children are not on the book, on Facebook, on YouTube, on anything. And they shouldn't be brought up, because there's a lot of crazy people out there waiting to do something to your kids.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in, sister.
All right, man.
All right. The number is 646. We got one more caller and we're done. That's it. We got one more caller and we're done. Okay. 1973, calling you on the air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. So you did a good job today. I think you hit on multiple different things, especially when Mob Radio called. You were fair. You heard her out. She heard you out. Now, the people that are calling just being rude, don't do that, because they got to respect the stories that are being told and how the people are telling them. Even though it's not fair, you may not like the delivery of some, you cannot, what is that saying? Like when you monetize something, you get paid for something or whatever, but you cannot tell people how to talk and how to deliver a message. If you don't like it, like you always say, do not listen. It is a free app. You come, you enjoy, you move around. We can't tell somebody, oh, don't talk about nobody's kid, because as we see that lady, how that lady just did Tasha kids, nobody cares. They didn't care when they talked about how they talked about you. They don't care. And some people will respect it, some people won't go below the belt, but most people don't care. So I think a lot of the times we cannot take, especially when we don't know people and they don't know us, we can't take stuff as seriously. Am I wrong on that?
I feel you.
So it's like, if you say something, right, that's your opinion. If Marvidia says something, that's her opinion. We all know that Tasha, she fabricates a lot of things. And she's not the best judge, to anything that you want, like real accuracy, you shouldn't go to her. I'm just saying, I listened to her a couple of times and didn't get anything from her. She's not as charismatic. She's very loud. Like I said, she's very loud. And if you call that being real, that's not, no. But I just think a lot of the time it's jealousy. Like when Armand called you the other day, he hadn't talked to you in so long, and I follow you. So it's like, when I heard him, how he was talking and trying to, resolve y'all issues or try to get an understanding, it's always better to talk it out instead of waiting and holding on to anger and then want to be mad at people voicing their opinion about something that they feel so strongly about. You want to be mad at my audience, you want to be mad at me because of things that I say. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. It's okay not to like someone. It is okay. Life still goes on. We don't know you people in real life. That's why I don't think a lot of people should take what you guys say to heart, because it's just commentary. It's just, this is what I do for a job. This is how I make somewhat of my living. I don't think that a lot of people understand that, and this is literally their life listening to you guys. That's what I think.
All right, thank you so very much for calling in. Shout out to all the people that have called in today. I want to give a special shout out to my radio for coming on. Thank you, caller, for calling in.
Thank you.
That's right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is the Wiley Show.
I'm just listening, okay?
Keep it going. Yes. Have you heard? The Wiley Show is expanding and will now be on Station Head every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's right. Download Station Head today. You won't, because you don't want to miss Wiley being raw and unfiltered. The Wiley Show every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Station Head.
All right. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for the cash out, for the super chats. Thank you so very much. It goes back into the platform. We got to get another light. We got to get a bigger green screen so I can move it in the middle of the space of the studio that we're in. So I can move it in the middle, and so I don't have to be so crumped up, so you can actually see the full-fledged shirt and everything like that. So thank you all so very much for calling in. I want to give a special shout out to all of the moderators in the house. Shout out to Almond Brown 09. Shout out to Tori Mom, J Real, Nurse Nicole, Blue Skies, Puppy Love, B Skills, Mouth Open, Shantae. Shout out to Day. Shout out to TLC and 3, and shout out to D1. Thank you so much to all of the moderators. And like I said, we go live every single day. We talk about everything. And yes, I'm shaded, but this was a good, powerful show. So if you miss it, go and watch it. Now, once the show have ended, it take a while for the chat to show. So it's a while because it got a process so you can read the chat. If you want to be notified when we go live, hit the number 972-674-9462. Again, that is 972-674-9462. That'll let you know when we go live. We go live, and we'll send you the text, okay? Also, I go on Station Head every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're on Station Head, if you want to follow us, I'm going to drop the link down in the chat, and you can just follow us on Station Head. We have some amazing episodes on there, short, sweet, they're funny. We have special guests on there. So if you want to check us out on Station Head, it is on there. It is lit. We go live once a week on Station Head. I have a new phone. I'm with T-Mobile, so hopefully it works. Okay, I'm gonna have to return it, but we're gonna go live every Monday. So you just click on there, follow our show, go listen to those episodes, and thank you all so much, because it's definitely great and awesome. You can go and follow me on Instagram at Wiley Show. Thank you so much. I got on my Walmart show, not today, saying I had that at Walmart. So we want to thank you all so very much for that. God bless you and peace. We're done for the day. Yes. Wow. Well, first of all, let me sing that song. Let me see. Do I have that song that I want to sing? All right. Now, Brandy and Monica is going at it next week in a versus battle. Y'all know I'm a big Brandy fan, so let me see if I can do it. Have you ever loved somebody so much it makes you cry? Have you ever needed something so bad you can't sleep at night? Have you ever tried to find the words but they don't come out right? Have you ever? Have you ever? Have you ever? Have you ever been in love? Been in love so bad, yeah, you do anything to make them understand. Have you ever had someone steal your heart away? You give anything to make them understand. All right, thank y'all so very much. Have you ever searched for words to get you in the heart, but you don't know what to say, and you don't know where to start? Have you ever loved somebody so much it makes you cry? Have you ever needed something so bad you can't sleep at night? Have you ever tried to find the words but they don't come out right? Have you ever? Have you ever? Yes, come on, Brandy. I can't wait to see you on Monday, okay? Tap, tap, tap in. Okay, can't wait to see that versus battle. Brandy and Monica is having a versus battle. It's going to be next week on Monday, live in the Tyler Perry Studios. I'm hearing that it's going to be production, musicians. They're going to be singing their stuff live. That's what I heard, but I will be watching that live. And make sure, wait a minute, I got to say this before I go. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Wiley Show Patreon. We get some exclusive stuff over there, right? And it's only $1 and $2. It ain't $15, it ain't $20-some, it ain't $30-some. It's only $1 or $2. And you can pledge that, and we go live exclusively on Patreon. So you can add it on to that as too. So we on that too. Woo! All right. Thank y'all so very much, and I will see y'all later, and I will be responding to y'all comments. I gotta go. I gotta get on this conference call. Peace.